Welcome to the Circle City Cinema with your beloved host and the one and only Zach Griffith, a part of the Running Hook Podcast Network.
Welcome into Circle City Cinema. It's the road to Fast 9 in our second installment, focusing on Too Fast, Too Furious. And I'm joined by Devin Voss, who was on last week for the first movie, and J.D. Hall, my good friend from the battleground.
Too fast, too furious, too fast for y'all, man. What you gonna do at the fool?
This is I know it's Devin's favorite Fast movie, and it's definitely the one I've seen the most. But guys, before we start, I got to bring back an old segment that I had. Haven't used it in a while, but good things you've seen lately. And I'll start with JD on this one.
Well, you know, I'm considered a weird guy because I listen to and watch things that don't look like they belong in my category. But guess what I've been watching? The Walking Dead.
Wow.
Okay.
Riverdale.
Okay.
Wow.
And Flash just came back on.
Wow. I'm shocked.
And guess what else? iCarly on Netflix.
Oh
Yes,
my
baby.
God.
Yes, I've been watching that shit too, JD.
I seen my niece wanted to hang with me one day, and I said, you know what? I can't watch none of that crazy stuff I'll be watching. We gonna watch some iCarly.
Yeah.
I went downstairs today, and she was watching it, and I felt so proud. I said, this was out before your time, baby.
You're a good influence. But
Hey,
where
no.
are you at in The Walking Dead? I'm curious.
Oh, this current season, I just watched the first episode that came out. But what's interesting that I've been doing is that I went back and started watching them all over because I was bored.
Yeah.
So if we go say where I'm at on the Netflix series, Negan was just introduced. Well, actually, Negan not even introduced yet. The crew just went to the first compound, lit everybody up, and then Carol and Maggie got the exact episode.
Okay. Yeah, I quit watching that season 8, I think. Season 9.
I'm pretty sure it was 9 when Rick died. Well, when Rick left.
When Rick bailed. Yeah.
Yep. That's when everybody stopped. But I can say this. I thought it was going to suck. I didn't watch the rest of that season. I didn't even watch the season he left because it hurt me too bad. But I started back, man, and I'm telling you, it's insane, bro. Like, oh my gosh, the stuff that's going to happen, you going to have no choice but to like somebody that you hate.
Yeah, you won't because I kill everybody. The first 5 episodes, the first 5 seasons of that series are legitimately great, but that they lost me when they spared Negan's life. They lost me.
Listen. They had to.
No.
They had to.
No.
Negan is an integral part.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great character.
I was talking about. No, to what I was talking about, man. Negan gonna save the day. Negan saved
Devin,
the day.
you ever seen it?
Twice.
Yeah, so I stopped shortly after Glenn died. I think
Wow.
I stopped on the episode where the tiger was introduced.
That's tough.
But I tell you what, man.
I used to love Shiva.
Yeah.
I tell you what, man. Nothing hurt me more in my teen years than watching Walking Dead. Getting so close to a character. And then, tell you what, man. Beth dying was some shit.
Oh, man.
That was some shit.
Yeah.
All of that just to die.
Yeah.
So who was your favorite character?
My favorite character?
Yeah.
That's a tough one. I don't really know if I can't really remember all of them, but I don't really know. I mean, once I found out also that actually no, it was probably Morgan. I mean, come on, who doesn't love a badass who can whip some zombies with a stick? Like,
Yes.
He refused to kill for a while, and he lost me there. I loved when he lost his man. I was like, yeah.
You gotta kill, dude. You can't survive in that world without killing.
I knew who my favorite person was pretty much from the first episode he was introduced. Daryl Dixon.
Yep.
I said, you know what? This is the ultimate survivor. That is me. This person is me. And I said, you know what? Nobody else comes before him.
Daryl's great. The thing about that show is that there's no way it can have a happy ending. Like, unless they find a cure for the disease, there's just no way. There's no way.
Oh no, it's over with. It's game over with.
Yeah, but Devin, good things you've seen lately.
so here's a little throwback for you.
Oh,
Just watched whole season.
Oh,
Survivor.
Wow!
Pilot season.
The pilot.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's like what, 2001 or something?
Yeah, I think it was 2001. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was intense. You know, a lot of people I got connected with got voted off.
Classic.
You know, I don't know if you guys have watched it, but man, dude, Rich is just an ass. Rich is just an ass.
Are you watching it?
Hulu.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might check it out then. I've got Hulu.
Yeah. Great season. It was, you know, is more so funny because it wasn't what it is, you know, these days. And, you know, nobody really knew what they're doing, including, you know, the show themselves, like Jeff Probst and all them. So, you know, like you actually got to see the action and like, you know, the overall goal of Survivor is it's a mind game. It's a social experiment.
Totally is.
But in this first season, man, everybody thought it was literally surviving. Like everybody's like building the shelter and you know, all this shit, which, you know, is a part of it. But it definitely is interesting to see how the initial step of Survivor is. And yeah, the OG cast is great, honestly. They picked a lot of great people.
Oh, that's a throwback. Yeah, that's definitely a throw. I need to check that out. I'm not on Hulu too much, but besides for the X-Files, but I might check it out.
It's a good season. It takes forever, but it's a good season.
For me, I recently finished watching Game of Thrones for the first time. And it was I think it's the second or third. I think it's the third best series I've ever watched.
Really?
Very good. It's awesome. It's awesome.
What's 1 and 2?
Sopranos and The Wire.
I knew you was about to say both of those.
Yeah, it was tough for me to put Game of Thrones over Breaking Bad too, but I just thought the characters in Game of Thrones were better. I mean, it was awesome. It was an awesome series. They didn't quite stick the landing, as I'm sure you guys remember from when that was all people talked about on Twitter, was how season 8.
Yep.
Bro.
But I thought, all things considered, it was a great series. But guys, it's time. Too Fast, Too Furious. And JD, last week when Bryce and Devin discussed the first installment, we went through our rankings and discussed our first exposure to the series. So I want you to do the same here. So give us your rankings based on preference of all the Fast movies.
All right, do I have to give reason or just the ranking?
No. Give us the rankings last to first.
Last to first? Okay. It's simple. Fast and Furious, the fourth one.
Yeah, we all agree there.
Yep.
Some common ground there.
Tokyo Drift.
Oh,
Devin's happy about that.
That's a shift.
Devin had that pretty high.
Put that shit in clutch and shift that shit, man.
Actually, no. I wrote it wrong. I wrote it wrong. I thought I put that.
Yeah, okay.
It's Fate of the Furious and then Tokyo Drift.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
It's Fate of the Furious.
Thank you.
Then
That's fair.
Tokyo Drift.
All right.
Because for one, I like to drift in my own car, and I had to get there from that. So then the Fast and the Furious, the first one.
Oh.
Then this one things got tough for me. I had to really think about why. So it goes Fast 5, which it was tough because when it came out, it was like tied for first for me.
Yeah, that was awesome. I remember when that came out. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, I rewatched them all like a month or two ago, and this is when I really decided, okay, it's this one, then this one, then this one. So then I go Furious 7 because I mean, Shaw.
Yeah.
Then Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Then Fast Furious 6.
Wow.
That's a major change from us. Me, Zach, and Bryce pretty much agreed on most things.
Yeah, it was kind of shocking how much we agreed. And I knew JD liked Fast 6, but I didn't know it was his favorite.
Yeah, man. Let it come back. They went against a whole nother crew that was just as good as them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
And it was like the first time you really got to see, I think it was the first time you got to see them go insane. And
they went off the rails in Fast 6.
Because, I mean, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
They went off the rails. But, guys, Too Fast, Too Furious. Some quick... Oh, no, JD, sorry. Discuss what does the franchise mean to you as a fan? As a movie fan?
Well, you know, it's the reason why I drive the way that I do, first of all. I try to make a quarter mile every time as fast as I can, you know. Originally I loved it because it was they from the streets and they just trying to come up, and then they was able to bring one of the bad guys to their side. And Brian was a bad guy to me. You know why? He wore a badge. And then the way it went, it was just like, dang, these dudes went from being regular street hustlers, they millionaires.
Legitimate. That was a big question we had last time. How much money did they make off these TV heists?
Jeez. I mean, and none of them was regular heists. It was like they went for the kingpin of Brazil.
Yeah.
And they owned Brazil. They owned Brazil. I mean, so, you know, I don't know, man. Like, I really love them. I think they start taking a downfall after 7. But
that's fair.
You know, when you got a good 5 out of 4 out of 5 right before that you can watch and you take it as like, this is a great series. It all work out. They just shouldn't have never made the Fast and the Furious. I mean, Fast and Furious. It was trash.
Yeah, it was. I don't even call it that. I call it Fast 4 because the title sucks. The movie sucks. The title sucks. It all sucks.
No thought into it.
And what was your first exposure to it? What was the first one you saw?
Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah, same here.
Yes.
It was Too Fast, Too Furious.
Same here, brother.
And that's why it would always be close to my heart because, first of all, grew up a fan of Ludacris and Tyrese. And what was it? Oh, I used to love fast cars. I never knew much about cars. I just knew if it was fast, I liked it. Turn it on and I see them just having street races and then beautiful women. I said, you know what? I would love to live that life. After watching this, Too Fast, Too Furious, I knew Miami would be a place for me to go when I need to have some trouble.
Totally. Miami, big winner in this movie. Huge winner in this movie.
Yeah.
But so quick notes on this movie. First one without Dom. The first one without Dom, and it's the first appearances of Roman and Tej, who will be mainstays in the franchise as we know it today. But some 2003 movies for context, the year this movie came out. This was a pretty decent year. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, by far and away, most important movie of this year. It won Best Picture. It was so good that the Academy, even the schmucks of the Academy, couldn't deny its greatness. It's the best Lord of the Rings movie. I think it's a top 15 to 20 movie ever. I think it's that good.
Whoa.
It was the highest grossing movie of all time of the year. It was the second highest grossing ever at the time, and it has the all-time record for a clean sweep at the Oscars. It won 11 awards.
Jeez.
Yeah. It was nominated for 11 awards and won all 11. So it's the all-time record.
That's like my man's Michael Jackson.
Yeah, it was pretty historic. And then Shattered Glass, which is us journalists, a movie I'm sure we've all had to watch in class. I know I had to at least twice.
Yeah.
I was supposed to. I didn't show up.
Mystic River, great Clint Eastwood directed movie. It was a very good movie. The first Hulk movie. Ang Lee's Hulk, which has taken a lot of heat on my show and probably many others. Just very bad. Daredevil, the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie. Really tough sit. Really tough sit. Mark Wahlberg, The Italian Job.
I love it.
Yeah, it's Jason Statham. Jason Statham's in this movie.
Yeah. What was his name? Mr. Handsome.
Yeah. Charlize Theron's in this movie. A lot of Fast and Furious alumni in this movie.
Nice cast.
Great cast. SWAT.
Hey.
That's a very good movie.
Throwback.
Here's one for you. Agent Cody Banks.
Disney. You always find a good Disney movie, huh?
Here's another Disney movie. Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, a childhood favorite of mine.
Love it.
It's legitimately it was legitimately scary, especially when they turned into skeletons. But I thought it holds up pretty well. I thought. Wrong Turn. I don't know if you guys are horror movie fans, but Wrong Turn.
I love horror movies.
Wrong Turn is pretty good when you're drunk, pretty bad when you're sober. Yeah, one of those movies. Finding Nemo.
Wow.
Yeah.
One of the best Disney movies.
It's definitely one of the best. X2.
Oh.
I think best superhero movie of the year. Not that it was had much competition, but yeah.
I used to like it.
Yeah.
The Matrix Reloaded.
I seen that in theaters, baby.
Wow.
Yeah, I went to see that in theaters.
Also, The Matrix Revolutions came out the same year. They released both of the sequels in the same year, which is pretty.
And I seen that one too.
Yeah.
I went to sleep on Revolution.
They catch too much heat. No, me neither. They catch too much heat.
I agree.
This one catches heat for really justifiable reasons. Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines just sucks. Just flat out sucks. Bruce Almighty.
Forgot all about it. Yeah,
childhood favorite.
I love it. Anything Jim Carrey, count me in.
Yeah, baby. The Last Samurai. I've only seen this once, and I'll probably never watch it again. Tom Cruise movie.
Same.
Bad Boys 2.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yes.
All-time favorite right there. One of my all-time favorites. Miami won with this and Too Fast, Too Furious.
That's true.
Yes.
2 in a year.
Dude, Miami, a great little run here for Miami. 2003, they get those two movies. In 2004, they get Shaq. So great little run.
Yeah.
Lost in Translation, pretty good Bill Murray movie. Bill Murray in a dramatic role, so that was different. Monster, Charlize Theron won Best Actress for that, rightfully so. Master and Commander, Far Side of the World. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. It's pretty good. Russell Crowe movie. I enjoy it. Looney Tunes Back in Action.
I definitely went to see that.
Yeah, I went to see this in theaters. I remember that. I think my mom took me to see it, so I definitely remember that. Holes.
Hey, had to love that.
Wow.
The Cat in the Hat.
Ooh.
Which
Didn't care much for
the
it.
amount of times I've seen that movie.
didn't age particularly well for kids.
Yeah.
Old School. Classic comedy of the 2000s. Spy Kids 3 Game Over.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I didn't know this movie was that old.
I didn't either. Damn.
I was shocked. I thought it came out in like 2006, but no, 2003. Kill Bill Volume 1. One of my favorites. One of my favorite Tarantino movies. And then Batman, Mystery of the Batwoman, a good animated Batman movie. So 2003, not bad. Not bad for movies, but plot synopsis, guys. Too Fast, Too Furious. Here we go. Former cop, Brian O'Connor, is called upon for, I don't know why they called upon him, but they did. After what he did in the first movie, I mean, that was that's pretty bad. To bust a dangerous criminal, and he recruits the help of a former childhood friend and street racer who has a chance to redeem himself. So, released in 2003, directed by John Singleton, who is by far the best fucking director to touch a Fast and Furious movie.
All-time great, man. Rest in peace.
Yes, rest in peace.
Love Singleton.
He's a GOAT. He directed Boys in the Hood, Higher Learning, Poetic Justice. Fun fact about him, at age 24, youngest ever to be nominated for Best Director. Youngest ever.
Wow.
And I think besides Spike Lee, he's the most influential black director ever.
Oh, man.
It's fair to say.
Every movie you made is a must. I mean, if you haven't seen them movies in my community, you never turned your TV on.
I know, dude. Boys in the Hood is one of my favorite movies.
Oh, all-time classic, man. Higher Learning don't get enough credit either.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
And what's funny, how he did this. Another one just like that is Baby Boy.
Yeah, with Tyrese.
Yeah, I'm tired of it too. But shout out Tyrese for that.
Produced by Neil H. Moritz, who produced all of them, I'm pretty sure. Written by Michael Brandt, Derek Haas. Story by Gary Scott Thompson, Brandt and Haas. Music by David Arnold. Cinematography, Matthew F. Leonetti. Edited by Bruce Cannon, Dallas Pewitt. Starring Paul Walker, Tyrese Gibson, Ludacris, and Eva Mendes. 5.9 out of 10 IMDb. That's disgraceful. That's a disgrace. That's way too low. That's way too low.
It's before people start actually caring about ratings.
Come on. But Roger Ebert, though, loved it. Just like the first one.
Twice in a row.
3 out of 4. He doesn't care what the other critics think. Double the budget from the first movie. $76 million.
Well worth it.
Yeah.
Well worth it. And it paid off literally $236 million in the box office. So the producers were rewarded, definitely.
Yeah, in the after credits, in the bonus scenes, they're talking about how with the cars this time, which I'm sure was the same last time, but really this time, they told the guys, price doesn't matter this time. Like, price doesn't matter. They literally said, we will give you a list. Write down all the cars that you think would be best fit for this movie. Price does not matter. We'll go out and get them for you.
That's awesome.
Damn, they did.
That's awesome. Devin, real quick, you had this down as your favorite, and the more that I think about it, I think it's my favorite too. Why? Why is that?
I think a few reasons, really. So we all know that how tense the first one is from start to finish. I mean, the whole thing's just a giant plot, and really this one is too. But it's more comedic. I feel like it's more relaxing. You get to have a little bit more fun, and truly compared to the first one, which is actually kind of shocking, I think this one revolves a lot more around the cars, a lot more around racing, and Just in general, I think it's just more uppity, more fun. Anytime you get Tyrese Gibson in a film, it's just automatically injected with a whole bunch of with humor and I mean he's good at being serious too. Like let's not forget that either. But
he is pretty good at being serious.
Yeah, he's a great overall actor, and that's pretty much why.
It's I think for me, I think the first one is a better movie, but I think this one's my favorite, probably because I've seen it the most. I'm like you guys. It was or I'm like JD. It's the first one I ever saw. So that plays a big part for me. But I'm with you, Devin. It's just definitely up to that point in the series. It was the funnest one. I think you make a case it still is. You introduced two major characters. Like this is, I think that's why. But let's get into the plot, guys. I don't think this one is as long as the first movie, but still, I think it was an hour 48 minutes. But first scene here, Brian gets to the race after Tej calls him literally last minute. And first off, could he have possibly gotten there on time? Do you guys think so?
It depends on where Tej's garage is at, man.
Yeah, like it looked like he literally got out the garage, drove a block over.
Yeah. Like this dude just throws on his shirt. He's out the door. He's gone.
Hang up the phone, and all you hear is bullet, bullet. And Sookie says, "Oh shit, it's Brian. We have no way of winning. It's bullet."
Oh, when he shows up, all the other racers are like, "Whoa, we're fucked. We're fucked."
Yeah, yep.
You heard the Hispanic dude. Nobody talk about 35 large. 3-5.
He was the smart one. He knew better.
35 large? I don't think so. But the race itself, kind of outrageous. The way Brian wins it, Tej, first off, committing numerous crimes, I'm sure.
Oh man,
lifting the bridge up.
Yeah.
We talk everybody crimes. Tej definitely beats everybody. I mean, not only does he partake in everything everybody else do, he organizes it and hacks every system you could think of.
I mean, what if some like mom is coming home from a late night grocery store trip? she goes down that road and the bridge is fucking up.
The bridge is up. And what if she's singing her favorite song? She's definitely falling right to the river.
Hey, she doesn't have any NOS in her car. Are you kidding me? Come on.
I don't know. I don't know if this is a bold take or not, but this race, best race in the entire series.
Yeah, I like the take. I like the take.
Oh,
I love the take.
Series.
I think better than the first. Just in terms of like the fact they are doing multiple stunts, they're keeping up with the cars. It's not just a straight drag race.
Right.
Yeah,
and
true.
You get the added element of, flying cars and Suki getting real mad.
Tokyo Drift has some great ones. It's a different style,
Yeah, right. the mountain one was dope, but I don't know. As good as this race was, it's not my favorite from the movie.
Oh.
It's not even my favorite from the movie.
I think this movie overall has the best racing scenes.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, it does.
Probably because this one, the only one that stuck to racing.
Yeah.
A lot dealt with racing.
Yeah.
In the first one, racing was introduced as their way of living, but you've seen them at the garage more than you've seen them racing. Then in every other one, you will catch a race or two, but it wasn't centered around them racing. What in all the other ones, they was either racing the cops or time.
Yeah, right.
Like,
Yeah, definitely
great opponents.
Yeah, definitely the latest ones we've gotten. Racing is definitely not the focus, but
Yeah, you get like a 30-second clip at Race Wars in Furious 7. And that's it. That's all you got.
hey, here's I don't think this is a hot take at all. I think it's a fact. None of the Race Wars races make the cut. I mean, that's just that's just a straightaway race.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what's one of my favorite things said out the entire series? When The Rock said, and whatever you do, don't let them get in their cars. So
He knew, dude. He knew.
you don't let them get in their cars. Why? Because they're not racing no more. They're not racing no more. All the crimes they committed is outside of cars. They get inside their cars to get away. Like, how about you don't let them do the crime? You say don't let them get in the car. The crime already committed.
And the way Brian wins this race, wow,
Epic.
Just leapfrogs,
Epic.
dude. Leapfrogs him. It was epic. It totally was. The guy ends up crashing into a billboard, I think.
Yep.
Spent all his rent money.
Oh, well, don't worry. We'll get to that. We'll get to that in the block in the back award for most brainless decision. But, I mean, I don't want to go. I'm really tempted to go into it. Yeah, cut that out, AB. Cut that out. Drop my mic. I'm really tempted to go in on that guy right now, but I won't. I'll save it.
I like him as actor though, Michael Ealy.
Yeah.
Great actor.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Brian is then actually arrested this time. And he's recruited by the U.S. Customs, who, let me get this straight. They know what he did last movie. He let a target go, and they're like, we need this guy. We need this guy.
Can't do the job without him, even though he failed the first time.
Yeah. Did they really need him?
Oh, my
Come
God.
on.
Nobody can get this job done but the guy who got it wrong the first time.
You told me you could offer any street racers some cash?
It's horrible. It's horrible. But they recruited him in exchange for a clean slate because I'm not exactly sure how he got off the hook in the first movie. They don't really address that here.
How did he get to Miami?
Yeah, so this was in
From
the
LA to Miami.
This was in the Too Fast, Too Furious. What is it? Turbocharged. Yeah. So basically, after all of those events, he's like on the run. He goes to Arizona, and basically he's going all the way across the South, collecting cash from street races. He gets to Texas. That's where I think it's Texas. He buys the Skyline, and then he eventually makes it to Miami. There's actually two choices. We could add a different movie. He almost chose to go to New York.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know about that part. Wow.
Yeah.
You're making me think I should watch that.
It's literally like 3 minutes long, and it's really not much, but it's just like a short clip explaining where Brian went.
You know what? I'm watching it.
How he ended up in Miami.
Yeah, they're all trying to find him because he's reported missing, and
How was the guy who doesn't have a family is reported missing? Who's reporting him missing? Bilkins? The guy that he just screwed over?
I'm assuming, because I think they're trying to arrest him as well. So,
dude, Bilkins doesn't make any sense to me. Bilkins got fucked over by Brian the last movie, and now he's like, yeah, give me Brian O'Connor.
Yeah, now he admires him. And like the most iconic scene of the whole movie, you know, when all the cars are coming out the garage, this dude's smiling. He's like, man, that dude is he's a genius, man.
He's the ultimate criminal for us.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. Gotta give it to him.
How can you deny his ability to be a criminal when he was a cop? He chose the right profession. He got rid of us.
And then we get the intro to Roman Pierce, who Brian says he will only take the job if he's allowed to pick his partner. And Roman Pierce is who he picks. And they immediately get into a fight. Immediately.
I loved it. So he's not a cop no more? Best addition to the whole series to me.
You could make a case, dude. You could totally make a case.
Yeah. I mean, I would argue, he's the second most important character behind, supporting character, you know, second role, whatever you want to call it, with Dom.
Yeah, I'd say it's him or Letty. One of those two.
It has to be him. Letty left.
Yeah.
Brian got her killed. He was around for more movies than Letty.
I forgot.
Because of Brian.
Yeah. Tough. You know, I think that's because it was in Fast 4. I blocked it out of my memory.
Yeah.
But so they get into a fight. Roman has a ankle bracelet on. He's under house arrest, and he conveniently lives in a RV only 100 yards away from where he makes his living, which is a demolition derby.
Smart man.
Yeah, park it right there. Get some cash.
Then
you get to go to work every day. How can you call off now?
I'm not gonna make it in today. I can't make the walkover. Monica intro, Monica Fuentes. Let me just get it out of the way right now. Hot as hell in this movie. Total, just very very hot in this movie.
All in agreement.
It's in the DNA.
She is the undercover cop that Agent Markham has. Agent Markham, by the way, incompetent at his job, just horrible.
Yep.
I wish Ron had shot him.
He's so bad at his job. And then Brian, I didn't put this in a block in the back for most brainless award, but Brian goes over 100 miles an hour while not looking at the road. He's just staring at her.
I know, right?
Badass, man. I mean, you could have hit some minivan, you know, filled with kids, but we're just gonna ignore that part.
Totally.
I swear, when he started to drive like that, you can see cars ahead of him. Yeah, I was like, "What? Did they not stop at the stop sign at all?" They rode through because they knew that he was going to stop.
They blew it.
A perfect stop at that. He didn't go a little ahead of the line or nothing.
No, totally perfect stop. But then Carter Verone, who is the big bad of this movie, meets with his drivers. And then our first display of incompetence from the customs department. They think Brian and Roman are running away.
What is their obsession with this entire fucking movie, man?
They clearly have no idea what the job is. They have no idea.
I'm telling you, I put it together when I watched it again. When I finally was old enough to care for more than the race scenes, I said, you know what? They don't trust these guys, but they gave them the job, though.
Right. I mean, we don't totally confident.
We don't think they can do the job, but we're gonna give it to them.
Like Monica, are you not getting good info from Monica? Like, what do you know what the job is? Come on.
She was compromised because she was laying in bed with Verone.
Yeah.
But then when Ron tell him, he gets so offended, he tries to out Brian.
Yeah.
Hey, what you think, expert? How dare you? You the one called me for help. Y'all needed me.
Right.
I was minding my business, street racing, winning 35 large.
Yeah.
And you came after me. And this how you know they had no idea about what she was doing. She was there.
I blame communication. There's no communication skills in the customs department.
That is true.
None. But then we get I'd say a front running candidate for who got it the worst. A dude is literally killed by a semi truck in the mission. Guys, I want some thoughts here. Devin, what's going on here?
As I was discussing with you guys, they just glossed it over. They just this dude probably got like his head hacked off. Half of his body hacked off.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. Like, this dude was run over by the back end of a semi truck. He's gone.
Entire top comes off, and they just gloss it over. They just like, oh, that's just a cute casualty. Like,
everything Roman was like, whoa, and then they just kept driving.
You know what's so funny about that part to me? He was driving straight and somehow turned under the semi, and this was the hilarious part. The wheel is not on the car, and yet he stops his car instead of driving forward. Like, just driving you out of there. And he just sat there. And then it's like every time in these movies, this is the one thing I learned. The people that don't show up more than once are always dying tragic deaths, and you never hear none about it on the news. On the news, we're looking for Dominic Toretto, Brian O'Connor. You never hear about all these casualties that come from these drives. Never. And then the people that die that's with them is never dead.
Yeah.
Dude, and then they get back and Carter doesn't even ask, like, wasn't there another guy, or are we sure one guy? Don't worry about it.
Just give me my cigars and where's my cutter?
And of course, Brian and Roman get to the car first. They get the package that Verone sent them to get. Roman punches an unlocked door.
And call Brian a hater.
And then Roman shoots at the customs department. Because they, as we remarked, their incompetence on full display here. And then they get back to Verone's house. Brian stares down Monica's ass. There's just no denying it. And then we get a look at Carter's true nature here. He's really just a brutal guy. I think even more brutal than Johnny Tran.
Oh yeah, we got a full on villain this time.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about it.
Yeah,
I actually like Tran.
Yeah, like Tran's
never
really
go to
not
Chinatown. Never go to Chinatown. I don't care what you do. You don't go to Chinatown.
Well, at least we know Dom didn't sleep with Verone's sister and cause any problems.
That's true.
Wow.
Made the mistake of sleeping with his sister. Now he hates me. Oh, I wonder why.
What? But really, was it his fault though? Was it his fault?
Yeah, it was never explained again. He's Johnny Tran took a bullet, and that was it.
Yeah, man.
Him again. Never heard Johnny Tran's side of the story.
All you know is you never go to Chinatown.
Never. You can't. Your car will get blown up, and you have to walk home. That's how it is. Let's see here. Brian and Roman meet up with Tej, who was rocking an outrageous afro earlier. Now he's sporting dreads and hosting some what do you call those, jet ski races. I just thought this was pretty cool. Roman and Tej later in the series, they end up having a pretty cool dynamic, and they get set up here. So I thought it was a good scene. And then Roman and Agent Markham, little dust up. Markham sucks in this movie. Totally sucks. And I wrote this clip, this quote down. I can't remember what it's from. What do you think, O'Connor? You're the expert. Wasn't he talking about like criminals getting away or something?
Yeah. You let your mark get away.
Yeah,
But-
yeah, he's referring to whatever her name is. Anyways, the undercover girl. Yeah, he was like,
Oh yeah.
don't you know it because she's undercover, and they're trying to figure out if she's blowing it. You know, she's went to the other side. He's like, you know.
Rome was like, "Oh, your girl Fuentes? Verone's tapping her."
Nah, what are you talking about? Nah.
No, she's not. Come on now. She wouldn't switch on customs.
Ah, she's hideous. No way. No way.
But you hired us. you hired us because she's doing her job. Right. You didn't even see her the night that y'all came and arrested Brian.
First off, do you think the Verone was getting some? I think he was.
Did you not see when they went outside after she said the driver's here? He tapped that booty.
He did.
He
totally
made
did.
it known. Everything Rome said about him tapping her, it was literal.
I think she's just doing her job. I don't think you can take points away from her. Gotta gain the trust. You have to gain the
I mean, yeah. Well, of a hardcore criminal like this dude.
You don't hire a beautiful woman to go smile, and that's all.
right.
You need her to go all the way in. And if that is allowing the criminal to know what her insides is like, she had to do it. She had to do it. She went all in on her job.
Devin's dying.
That is what you call great acting. You can't be mad at that. I mean, look at it. Brian did the same thing.
Brian
He
did the exact same thing.
he got with Dom's sister.
Yeah. Yeah, Brian banged Mia in Dom's own store.
He did the exact same thing.
You're the expert, O'Connor. You should know.
You're the expert. Not only did you let him get away, you banged his sister in his store.
He paid you to bang.
We said trailer, not nailer.
Oh god. Oh god. And then the famous line for Brian O'Connor, Roman wants to know some more about Dom and how Brian let him go. And what does Brian say, Devin? What does he say?
I forget.
Forget about it, cuh.
Oh yeah.
Forget about
That's
it,
all right.
cuh.
That's all right.
So you let your mark get away, huh? Forget about it, cuz.
Rome eventually gets the story, you know.
Bro, you know what's funny? You know what's funny?
Huh.
Oh my gosh, he said, and if Rome wanted to shoot you, he would have pulled out the gun and set it down like he was the shooter.
Yeah.
And what I love most about that whole scene, Rome pacing back and forth, he mad, and he sees the food. As soon as she grab it, there goes Marco. Hey, that's mine. So? And the entire time they talking to Bilkins, he's eating his food in his face. So he throws a shot at Brian. You're the expert.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Bilkins is allowed to just give Brian some shit. He's allowed to. Markham, I don't know.
Yeah. Like, what you do to prove yourself?
Yeah.
But give me a guy. He tried to give him a guy as a partner who didn't even know what pizza brand he was eating.
Just horrible. Just horrible.
What should I use for my Skyline? A Gallo 12 or 24? I go with a 24.
And then this one is a pretty good race, guys. I forgot about this one. The tag team race.
Yes.
to try and get some more cars under their belt.
It's my favorite one from the movie.
I like it. I like the take. Really just an unfathomable choke job from Verone's guys. I mean,
Yeah.
Devin, what happened here? What happened?
Yeah, so Verone's guys, I forget which one it was, probably
Had a solid
Fonzie,
lead.
whatever the hell their names were. Fonzie, yeah. And
Fonzie and Fabio.
Fonzie.
Yeah, and Fabio. One of the two, they get a good lead on Rome after Fabio decides to pull a cuck move, put a side out in front of him. So Brian is forced to hit the gas real hard, and it ends up coming down to a game of chicken.
Yeah.
And Brian wins. Brian wins that part. He takes his little drift around the thing and comes back. And from that point on, I have no idea how that little Lancer Evo won that race, but because by the time that Brian has gotten to where he's at, Fonzie's probably already almost back up to speed. So we're just gonna. It's just a great scene overall, though. Great race, especially Luda launching the race. Talking about eating breakfast through straws and shit, man.
Fonzie totally blew it. He totally blew it. He got thrown into the dirt by Brian, and then just a choke job that we haven't seen in the Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
It might be the worst choke job in any Fast and Furious race. And then Brian and Roman are in the club. They're meeting with Verone. Carter confronts Brian, says, "Stay away from my girl."
Block in the back moment.
How so?
This dude, I mean, he didn't know that Carter was there, but right in front of him this whole time.
Hitting on his woman in front of Carter.
Yeah.
Could be a block in the back. Yeah. I'll throw it in there.
She's beautiful, ain't she? Yeah. She's gorgeous.
She's gorgeous.
Come here, let me show you something about you rats.
The famous rat scene. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the detective is played by Mark Boone Jr., who plays every slimeball detective in every movie. He's in Batman Begins. He's in Seven. He's in The Game. He's in all these weird movies. In these weird roles as a schmuck detective, but his name is Detective Whitworth in this movie, and he's interrogated in a pretty tough way. And JD, just take us through what happened here.
When who did the interrogation? Mr. Verone, Carter Verone.
Yes.
So, what I like most about all of this, it was creative. Really thought about how to torture this.
I agree.
Guy.
I said the same thing. Yeah,
totally was.
I was so intrigued by it. I said, you know what? This is not a bad way to scare somebody. He said, table. They throw him on the table, wrap him up. And he puts a rat on his stomach, covers the rat with a bucket, and start blowtorching the bucket. And what does the rat do to get out? Starts trying to eat through the stomach.
Only way to go out is south.
It's a brutal interrogation method, and it's a popular Game of Thrones method. I noticed this when I was watching it. They use the same method in Game of Thrones to get answers. Tough.
Hey man, the killers gotta kill, right? They only know one thing.
They gotta get some answers somehow. And Detective Whitworth, upon his family being threatened and a rat eating through his stomach, he agrees to give him the 15-minute window Brian is then warned by Monica in his boathouse that he will be killed.
Babe.
Really compromising position for Roman to find Brian.
Everybody.
Damn it. Yeah, everybody.
And
What is she doing?
like, this doesn't matter to you. This doesn't matter to you. These guys are already stalking us. They tracking us. Markham tracking us. And you come to where we lay our head at.
What are you doing here?
Like, jeez. Just so you say, Brian.
I get she was trying to warn him, but like you have to have his phone number or something. You have to.
I mean, you can't call Bilkins. You can't call Markham and say, let them know. Instead, you have to go there.
She doesn't contact anyone.
No.
Anyone at all. In this film.
know, she's a horrible texter. She's a horrible texter.
She must
you
be.
can't, if she don't live with you, you don't know what she doing. She don't check in. She don't do nothing. That's why she's single. I get it now. And guess what? And you want to know what's the worst part about this? Obviously, Verone didn't know nothing she was doing either.
No, he had no idea. No idea.
I mean, from the beginning of the movie, she's at the freaking scene, and Markham don't know she there. Verone told her to go hire drivers, and she tells Roman and Brian, I hire some thugs as well. What? Like, nobody knew what she was doing the whole time. She
what
really
thugs
went
did she
to
hire? All of them
Exactly.
be bad to me.
Fabio and Fuzzy.
If those were your thugs, this is some sorry ass thugs because they suck.
Bro, she went there to kiss him. Anything else could have been
you saw what she was
anything else
wearing.
could have been related. Anything else could have been related through somebody else. She went there for a kiss and said, hey, you like my belly shirt? Wait till you see what's underneath.
She showed up wearing some suggestive clothing, and it was a tough position for Roman to find them in. I knew you were tapping her. I knew it.
Bad timing.
Roman came in. Now you tapping the two, Brian.
You're the expert, aren't you, O'Connor?
And Rome told him earlier, you always get in trouble about women, man. You
He's
always
right.
get in trouble about
Calls
women.
it out every time.
Totally
Exactly.
right.
But Roman is such a hypocrite. He messed with the same girl that Brian did when they was younger. He said, I can't let her go to waste. At least he was honest about his, though. Brian say,
Yeah.
wait, I don't get in trouble about women, man. Let's go, cuz. Come on,
Forget
cuz.
about
Get in the
it,
car.
cuz.
Come on,
Get
bro.
in the car, cuz.
Cool.
In the car. Cuz, we got to go back to see Mark on them, cuz.
Also in the scene of Verone's hitmen just exuding how idiotic they are. They're so. I don't think he could have found dumber hitmen if he tried. These guys are just.
They're sitting there listening to Rome the whole time. Just walk past.
We know she's here. Nah. What are you talking? Who? What are you talking? Suki? Monica? No, she's not here. What are you talking about? Markham then basically confirms to the audience that he doesn't give a fuck about Brian and Roman. And he sends them right into the fire of this last mission. He's like, yeah, we know you're going to get killed, but you got to do this. Clean slate, guys. You got to do it.
And if you don't get killed, don't worry. I'll send 1,000 police officers after you. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Right.
And by the way, we're going to also, me and my guys are going to go pick up the big fish, but we'll send everybody else after you. You're a petty thug. Go ahead and make a run for it. Go ahead.
And then, Devin, what's your thoughts on this next scene, though? A little one-on-one Brian and Roman have before they could honestly die during this last run. I thought it was the best acting in the movie.
Yeah, it was really great. You know, I mean, just in general, you know, this is where it finally truly connected the two, because, you know, up until this point, they had been sewing together their damaged relationship, and at this point, it was like, damn, all right, this shit, I mean, this is the part where you feel and you see like, yeah, Rome's going to be a part of the future movies if there are any. I mean, if you're in that time, you're like, yeah. So, it was just a great scene. Just seeing the two finally connect the way that they should have.
My
eventually.
favorite scene, the switcheroo.
Yeah, I mean, they buried the hatchet. Two dudes who think, we might die. So let's just bury the hatchet. Let's get it over with. I thought it was the best acting in the whole movie.
And it led to the best line ever.
Which one's that?
Ejectocito,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
It was a lot of parts that I remember that I haven't even spoke on. Remember this part? Hey, I know your pockets ain't nervous and we hungry. And as soon as they leave, your pockets ain't empty either.
Oh no, far from empty.
I thought you had about 12 or 13 of these. I thought it didn't matter. You sent us to go pick these up from a car. I'm sure you got some in the house.
And of course, Markham the schmuck suspects nothing when they take the money.
I thought you said there was 3 bags. Maybe there was 6. Pockets.
What are you gonna do?
Pockets ain't empty no more, cuz. And I ain't hungry no more, bruh.
Detective Whitworth, fresh off having a rat almost eat his insides, sends in the units on the trailer. He finds some balls. He finds some guts, guys.
Yeah.
He runs, and then they run from the cops. What was it? What would you call the? We saw it in the opening moments. They throw something on Brian's car, and it just causes it to go haywire. And they do the same thing here. What do you call that?
Yeah, idiotic. It's idiotic. How do you send them? Dude? You send them to do a job, and in the middle of the job, they already can die. Now you got to try to help kill them.
Man, the damn thing that shuts down their cars. I was sitting there. I'm like, are these things even real? I mean, I've asked in the past. I could look it up easily, but I'm like, are these things really real? Because I just don't see anything. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. It's like an EMP for a car.
It's a bigger version of what was used in SITs. Remember when those things got through on their cars and SITs? It's just a bigger version.
Also, another example of no communication between law enforcement. Customs running their own mission. Miami PD, no idea what's going on. They're trying to take these guys down.
So what is this helicopter doing above us?
They're being trailed by Miami PD.
I think Bilkins is like, let them go. It's just Miami PD. Let them go.
Yeah, Bilkins like, they don't matter. Markham the whole time like, Miami PD pick them up. It doesn't matter. As long as we get to go and get Verone. Hey, they die. They get locked up. We getting Verone at the airstrip.
I know.
We gonna send you on the mission to die, even though we know dude gonna kill you anyway. And on top of that, we gonna send the police after you. And hey, if whatever happens.
Bilkins actually stood up for him too. He stood for both of them.
Yeah.
He said and alive too, right?
Suki go. They let Ted Suki go. We let go of the impersonators. What? They weren't being us.
But Brian fucks up the entire Miami Police Department with their own weapon.
Yes.
Takes off his car, has the schmuck henchman drive the car while he throws it back at the Miami police. Outrageous sequence. Just outrageous. Clutch shot by Brian. Really, some Damian Lillard type of shit right there.
I'm telling you, Brian always did the most insane things. And, oh my gosh.
Totally did.
it's like, first of all, a lot of the stuff Brian got himself into was not even big deals. He just did it to do it. Like that scene there, that was unnecessary, right? But just think about all the other stuff that him and Rome did this movie. The lighting their car on fire. Could have stuck something in a tailpipe. He lit the car on fire. Brian said, I'll never get over it. He said, oh yeah, and if Ron wanted to shoot you, he would have. Like, what do you take your gun out got to do with Rome wanting to shoot you?
Yeah, he puts it on the table and Bilkins takes it. I'm like, what does that have to do with anything?
What does this have to prove about Rome would shoot you?
If Roman wanted to kill you, he would have. Totally would have.
We're both shooters. We both got guns.
We pack it.
We pack it, cuz.
Speaking of guns, Tej comes in clutch here, gets pretty much every Miami resident who's off work today, and
Hey, schedules lined up.
That's what I said. I said, how much did they pay these people? How much did they pay them to come here?
how big's that fucking garage, dude?
Yeah,
Like 500 cars go piling out of there.
by far, like one of the best scenes of the film. Just everybody coming out, you know, the whole scramble and shit. Yeah.
Everybody came with a car that didn't belong there.
Trucks,
Like-
cars, didn't matter.
Hey, they drove. Nobody spoke about how they had monster trucks drive over the freaking police cars.
Yeah, those cops are dead.
Nobody spoke about how they got cops killed.
Hey man, those Dodge Rams did what they were supposed to do.
Hey,
The title.
The advertisements for the Dodge Rams were very convincing.
Yeah. Ram those police cars.
Like, hey, somebody's getting paid extra. As long you don't have to do nothing. Just make sure the symbol is in the movie.
Great networking by Tej, getting everyone
Yeah,
to
including
come
the
out.
people Brian whipped their ass. He
Yeah.
whipped all their ass, and they still came to support.
You know what it was?
Street racing scene, baby. Cred.
He broke Tej off some of the money they stole.
Oh yeah.
I got you some money, bro.
And then Brian meets up with Verone at the boating dock after finding out the airstrip was just a bunch of bullshit. They saved by Roman though, at the last second. And then I think maybe the most iconic scene in the movie, Brian flies the car onto the
All right. This is the introduction right here to all of the ridiculous ass shit they do the rest of the series. Unnecessary.
What are you doing, Brian?
There's no way it could have made it all the way to the boat.
Put on your seatbelt, cuz. I got action. I'm finna make something happen, cuz. I got action, cuz. Put your seatbelt on.
It was so bold.
He
Also-
broke his arm.
Yeah.
He broke his
Hey, at
arm.
least-
Brian is the worst friend you could find.
At least they got injuries. I mean, Dom flew across the highway, grabbed somebody midair, and landed on a car without any injuries. Like,
I can't wait to talk
Listen,
about that shit.
It's never Brian or Dom getting the injuries.
No,
and they
never.
do the most. Listen to how bad of a friend Brian proves to be in the first two movies. The first thing he do, he infiltrates Dom whole crew. He beat up I can't even remember dude name right now.
Vince?
He fights Vince.
Vince sucks. Yeah,
He fight Vince in every movie they in together. And then he bangs Dom's sister. And to repay all that he's done, he lets him go. Then he comes to the second movie. He proves he got his best friend. He let his best friend get arrested as a child. They messed with the same girl. He was putting their freaking life on the line so he could risk it on a girl again. Brought him to more police officers and said, you know what? I'm going to break your arm at the end too. But at the end of this, you won't have a record anymore. That's how I'm gonna prove everything to everybody.
If it means anything, Brian,
Nobody goes to jail. That's how we all win. That settles everybody debt with me. That's how I make sure everybody gets what they want.
I gotta say, the acting when they land on the boat and they act like they're having injuries, it's bad. It's very bad. Brian's just like,
Yeah, Brian straight up hits his forehead on the steering wheel.
And then takes out a gun and pops Ferrone.
I got a concussion, but my aim's on point. I mean, come on, he proved this. He proved this in the first movie. He's a marksman.
That's right.
He's a marksman.
That's right. The drift into the shot on Johnny Trent, right?
That's the one constant in every movie. Brian takes the ultimate shot. Look at what he did in 5.
Right.
You pull out a gun. You pull out a gun on my dumb. Nobody kills dumb.
Nobody.
He told me to go, but I came back.
I never knocked on nobody.
From the first movie. I think up to that point, definitely it was the most outrageous move in the Fast Saga. No doubt about it.
Oh yeah.
No doubt about it.
Oh yeah.
And that boat is sinking, definitely.
Oh,
I gotta think, right?
yeah.
Oh.
I mean, something. I think you land. You're probably crashing into the bedroom area. You know,
Right.
you're not just landing flat on this
I
thing.
think all things considered, for having a car land on the boat came out pretty fine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They might as well partied up there with the car.
Yeah. I mean, we're going like 160 or some 120, 160. I don't remember what it was, but
Yeah, but Verone goes down. He gets shot by Brian, concussed Brian, I should add.
yeah.
Verone wielding a shotgun with one hand, probably not the more smart move, but that's what he was doing.
At all. He had to be the biggest criminal. Like, come on now. We all know if you're going to kill somebody, you don't wield a shotgun with one hand. What? I got it. I just thought of it. I know why Jimmy wasn't in no more movies.
Why?
Brian's ejectocito didn't work. He got kicked off the team because
It is defective.
No.
you failed to take the wires out of the first cars, and on top of it, you couldn't get the ejectocito to work. Get him out of here, Tesh. Get him out of here, Tesh.
I mean, he said that. He said that when they were playing cards. He said that he wasn't. He
I'm a
admitted it.
I'm a low budget mechanic, but I overcharge.
Yo, money's tight right now, Brian. I don't know if it's gonna work.
I ain't gonna never be able to pay you back, Brian.
But I'm gonna bet your money right here, though.
And don't expect me to come in and save your life. I'm gonna make sure your seat don't eject. If you did, I don't gotta pay you back, right? All right.
And then Verone arrested. I think the blame goes on him. I mean, if he used two hands on the shotgun, he probably gets away. But that's whatever. Roman and Brian then rightfully steal some cash. Markham has no idea, and that's it. That's the movie.
Great finish.
Yeah.
Great way to conclude.
Great way to conclude the film. It's awesome. But this is one of my favorite segments here. Who got it the worst? And I only had three. Do you guys have any more? It says it could either be by death, injury, or just getting fucked over in general. So I had the dude who loses the opening race, who was needing rent badly. I think he is in the running for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, he in the run, but he got something that a lot of them don't got. He got a girl still.
That's debatable after that.
She suggested she would leave, but I'm pretty sure about him. He got the car back. He got the job at the end where he for sure got paid more than what he lost. Yeah, He got it back.
Also, you need rent, but you have $35K to blow on a race. What?
Amen.
Just pay the rent.
He went somewhere. And did y'all notice he had on the same outfit from the first movie, from the first scene of the movie? The very last scene that he's in, he got on the same outfit that he had in the first scene.
Shot it the same day.
He lost his house.
Lost his house, lost his girl, but didn't lose his clothes.
Yeah, living in a Supra with his girl.
And then I think I also had the Miami PD down. They just took an L overall. Just massive L's. And then
I mean, so many people died from the monster trucks. That's why in Bad Boys 2 they didn't have enough police officers. They needed the ATF, the FBI.
There you go. There's a connection. These street races wiped out half their force.
And then I think the clear winner, who got it the worst, the guy who gets rolled over by the semi-truck.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no question about it. You know,
it might be the worst death in the whole series.
it was awful.
Nothing else comes.
It was awful. I would rather just unknowingly get, shot in a drive-by like Jesse than go out like that.
Aw.
They go out by getting ran over by a fucking semi.
I gotta say, the semi didn't stop driving. He just kept going.
He just kept going. He just said, that's what you get. He saw the first two zip through. He's like, oh, we ain't doing this to the last one.
And where do you guys rank Carter Verone among the franchise's villains? I think he's actually higher than you would think.
Yeah, I mean, he's not like, he's not up there with like, the Shaws and stuff like that. No. But I think, compared to the first one especially, it was good to see an actual villain in these movies, an actual antagonist. But as far as where he ranks, I honestly have no idea. It's probably still not very high.
I think he around the middle of the pack because look, the Shaw brothers top two for me.
Right.
Fate of the Furious, Charlize Theron, she's up there. Fast Five, he not more important than them. They got the whole freaking city, and then it's him.
Yeah,
because I mean, in Tokyo Drift, I don't really see a clear cut big like.
Yeah, there's like two villains in that movie.
Yeah, like I mean, he didn't really go against nobody running their own city. Verone had the whole city.
Yeah.
And Han was cool. Han was cool with everybody.
Yeah, he was.
so he got it a little better than Rome first introduction.
I can't wait till we find out Han is alive, dude.
Yeah, that's gonna be a magical explanation right there.
I'm telling you,
fuck, dude.
I'm gonna be in the theater like how.
Might as well. JD, when's that movie come out?
May 28th.
May 28th. If we are all, for whatever reason, in Indy, which I know I will be.
We gotta see it, dude.
JD's there. We all gotta go.
We going, and
book
I'm
it,
telling
dude.
you,
book it.
You might as well say it's a for sure thing. I'll be there, and I will be talking during the movie.
Bryce will join us. Get the whole crew. Get the whole Fast 9 crew.
Get the whole Fast crew.
One last ride.
One last ride.
No, one last ride before last ride.
One last ride.
We gonna have one last ride before it's the final ride. That's what we'll call it.
The second to last ride.
Gotta do it the right way, cook.
Oh, and then the Block in the Back award for the most brainless decision in the movie. Here are the candidates: dude hurting for rent, bets 35,000. Guy decides, the guy who got rolled over by the semis, it's easy to forget he did it to himself. He drove in between the semi trucks.
Yeah. It's like he didn't want to live.
He could have hit the brakes.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
And he chose to do it because he seen Rome and Brian do it. Hey, man, if those two guys did it, why can't I?
I can make it. Dumbass. Roman fucking with Carter Verone just straight right from the jump, guys. Just right from the jump, getting on the back.
I loved it. I loved it. It's something I would have done. Like, hey, man,
Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah, totally.
you need to hire us. Oh yeah. If you gonna hire me for a job, I'm gonna make sure everything I do, that paper better be talking, cause obviously your pockets ain't nervous.
Here's the food.
And we hungry.
Yeah, the house, the fucking house.
Oh,
I mean,
The house is awesome. And then Brian brings tracked police cars to Tej's place.
jeez.
Kind of a shitty thing to do if you're Brian to Tej.
And you and Tej is obviously the biggest criminal of all.
Yeah, he organizes street races. He's doing like illegal shit to the cars. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he freaking got knocks all throughout his freaking garage.
Yeah.
And then, and not only that, y'all committed crimes at the garage. You set somebody's car on fire.
Yeah. Let's also not forget Markham at this time still thinks they're on the run.
Exactly.
That could have been a huge police bust.
Well, I'm glad you bring up Markham because the next candidate for blocking the backward, Markham, thinks Brian and Roman are running not once but twice. Dumbass.
Oh man, he just never trusted them. And then in the end, he tries to act all cool, like, "Yeah, you guys are cleared." Like, yeah.
It's like, fuck off, dude.
Get out of here.
And then Brian hits on Monica in front of Ron, kind of brainless. Who you guys going with here? Blocking the back award. Who you giving it to?
It's definitely the dummy that rolled himself under the car.
I gotta agree. I have to agree.
Like,
2 awards for him. Blocking the back and who got it the worst.
Yeah.
you killed yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you guys.
Oh,
Markham's a second to me. Markham's second to me.
Close second for Markham, dude. Just horrible. Horrible at his job. Best racing scene. We kind of hit on this, but let's try and nail it down. The opening race, the job for Carter where the choke job happens. The tag team race. Or no, I'm sorry. The tag team race is when the choke job happened. And then the run from the cops at the end. I'm going to go with I got to go with the opening race. I have to.
Yeah. Yeah, you get, yeah. Opening race as well.
Yeah, for sure.
You're not going with tag team, JD?
Wait, you said
Tag
the
team
choke
race?
job, right? I thought you said the choke job.
Oh, you're going with that. You're going with the tag team. Okay. All right. Yeah, I got to go with the opening race. I think I agree with Devin. It's one of the best. Tag team, though, close. It's really close behind it.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to go with that because, for one, they was outmatched, which is never in no movie. They never outmatched. Like
Heavily outmatched. They admitted to it, too.
Usually, they the favorites for every race.
Oh, yeah.
And they came into this one and they didn't have the best cars. On top of it, they were getting smoked. And you know what they do? They initially got cheated, and it took for Brian to not care for his life to win. What can I do? What can I do to guarantee us some new cars? I'm going to not turn as I drive straight towards this guy, and I'm gonna pick up speed. And you know, when they cut the scene from dude, when they cut the action from dude saying, "Come on, let's see what you got, kid," instantly you see Brian grip the wheel, and as they go back, he say, "Oh no, this guy's crazy."
His eyes get so wide.
Like it was a 2-second difference, man. You just wanted to see what he had.
What if the guy didn't move and they just went head on and credits? Credits.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you now. Brian body goes out the window.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He was going up against a big body. Brian was gone.
No, in true Fast fashion, he probably would have landed on something ridiculous and you know
He would have
lived
landed
on.
on the billboard from the first.
Landed softly in the grass.
Yeah.
And somehow
Muck burst into flames.
his car still make it back first.
You fix this, Dom? Yeah, we can fix it. 15K under the hood.
Jimmy, push the car across the line for me.
And then the best non-racing scene. I think there's a front runner here, but I'll see what you guys think. The intro to Roman, just the I thought that was good. The Roman and Markham dust up in the when they meet up at the little hideout, and then Brian and Roman, the one-on-one combo before the last run. I'm gonna go with that. What do you guys think?
Before the last run,
Best non-racing scene. I'm going with their one-on-one conversation.
I think I will go with personally the scene of all the racers coming out the garage.
Oh yeah.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite scene.
Forgot about that. Yeah.
That's my favorite scene of the entire thing.
Just outrageous. Just outrageous.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
It's a great plan, and really, I forgot because I wanted to connect this the later on. You know, this connected in a way. This was like a baby plan of what happened in Fast 5, the switcheroo.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it was almost like a slight foreshadow, or at least where they got some of the idea for their plan in Fast 5.
Yeah, good poll, dude. Yeah, totally. the seeds of the Fast 5 plan put in here. But Devin, take the comedy. I think you took the comedy last time. We'll give it to you again.
Okay. There's a lot of comedy in this film, you know? Hold on. So, under the comedy section, we got Tej's afro.
Outrageous afro.
It's awesome. It's by far one of the best fros I've ever seen. You know, I mean, what's his name from the Raptors? That's a close second. You know, the old Raptors back the same.
Lucas Nagero.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a close second.
That was a wild one, yeah.
Luda's fro definitely
Jared Allen?
tops that one.
Jared Allen, bro?
Jared Allen's is pretty nice.
It's not bad.
Anyways, and then we got Brian picks up on first dial, you know, in the middle of a shower or whatever he's doing. No, it's not quite clear what he's doing on his little houseboat, but
Picks up on the first dial.
didn't really ring. Dude struggling to pay rent turns around and bets $35K. You know, that's a great money decision.
Yeah, bet on yourself. Bet on yourself.
Yeah. Perhaps the best line in the entire movie. Tej tells Suki, bring that body by the garage later so we can work on that front of it end of yours.
When he said it, I was like, what?
That is an all-time quote right there. Like,
I was like, say that again, Tej?
what a line. What a pickup line. You want smooth, man. That's the line to go with.
Wow.
And it fits the whole car mantra. Because she just destroyed her car and needed to come to the garage, and it needed a front end.
After she tried to play him at first.
Yeah, yeah, and then they're a couple all of a sudden by the tag team scene.
Yeah.
And then we got Brian humiliates the first part.
You guys remember that?
Yeah, that was awful.
Demoralizes the man.
Demoralizes.
I don't think we ever saw him again.
Off the force, like Brian should have been.
Oh.
Like Brian should have been. Couldn't help it, man.
Then we got incompetent bosses think they're running.
Twice.
At least one of them. I will say, Bilkins in this movie is the equivalent of, anybody who's watched The Office, of Florida Stanley. Just, happy-go-lucky throughout the entire thing, when in the first one, he's just madder than hell the entire movie.
And next to Markham, Bilkins looks like a fucking genius.
Oh, can't do no wrong. What's the worst thing he could have did?
Let his inside agent let the guy walk.
Yeah, no, I got a guy, Markham. He didn't do so well last time, but I think he could work.
And then we got Roman's interactions with Verone Schmikes.
Just puts him down, dude. They don't have any chance against
the entire time. Every time he's seen them, it was on site humiliation.
They deserve it.
I forgot about this one. Verone Schmuck bites Brian.
Yeah.
To try and get his gun back.
Yeah.
I mean, in a life or death situation, I guess you got to do what you got to do. But, they didn't even kill the guy. They just beat him upside the head a couple times with their boots. Last but not least, Tej gets absolutely fucked in the end.
Yeah, he did. Him and
broken arm, but hey, he got off free.
Yeah, he did.
At the end of the day, he gets off free. He's clear, and he comes back later.
Goes back in a big way. And then I have some questions that I had. How did Brian get to the race in 4 minutes? I don't think we'll ever know. I don't think we'll ever know.
It was up the street. It had to be.
That's the only. Yeah.
If you were Roman, would you have joined up with Brian after what he did to you?
Well, it was misconstrued.
Yeah.
He finally believes him at the end, but at the time, yeah, it's a tough call.
I mean, JD, what would you have done? Would you have joined up with your old friend?
Yeah, no.
For immunity? Clear record?
Slate? Get the ankle bracelet off?
I would have had to know that was a for sure thing first. Once I found out that, yeah, but just seeing him, we would have had to fight longer than they did at that.
That's fair.
Like, I gotta be able to punch this dude 10 times at least, like
for free.
Yeah.
Like, and Brian go sit here and try to explain himself.
Bilkins just sits and watches them fight, eating popcorn.
I'm telling you, totally different Bilkins.
Bilkins doesn't give a fuck this movie. Would Roman and Brian be dead without Tej's help? I'm going to say fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Tej, mastermind.
What do they do about the switcheroo if it went for Tej?
Yeah.
I think Tej, you can make a case, the most important member of Dom's crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
All the tech shit, can't race for shit, can't drive for shit, but he's got all the tech and he knows how to make it work.
Smartest guy on the team.
Yeah.
Virtually no Monica for the rest of the series. Why do you think that is?
Does she pop up in Fast Five? I swore I saw
yeah,
her.
she did. That's why I said virtually. I mean, that's the only time.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah.
It's the only time
yeah.
we ever saw her again. I mean, why?
Well, I was trying to remember because I was like, damn, I thought I saw her again. It was only for a little bit too, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Damn.
It's like a post-credit scene where she brings The Rock. She brings.
Oh yeah.
She brings Hobbs Letty's picture. Yeah.
And disappeared forever after that.
Man,
Yeah.
she could have played a decent part in this film, but I guess she was a cop, so they kind of steered away from Brian's cop storyline. Besides for like the first couple minutes of Fast Five.
Well.
They had to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to.
Yeah.
Well, a fun fact about Ava Mendes, I guess she retired from acting. Guess she's
Really?
done. Yeah. She
Wow.
hasn't been in a movie for 7 years. Because I looked it up, I was like, man, she hasn't been in anything in a while. And 7 years.
Fair.
That's crazy, cuz.
Collecting the check.
Had I known, I would have been looking for her.
Ryan Gosling's got her. Ryan Gosling has her tied up.
Yeah, man. I like him, so I ain't even gonna go after her.
Yeah,
I
he's
ain't
good,
even go do it.
What if Brian had been stuck with his first partner?
Ooh.
Dead.
Oh,
Totally dead.
dead or arrested or both or
Killed by Verone.
They died the first scene they go back.
That's true. I think Brian would have to take this role just of a fuck it, just sit in your seat and shut up. He'd probably
Will
take
not
Jimmy.
get behind the wheel.
Yeah, he would have had to.
Take Jimmy. Man, maybe he calls up the phone and gets Leon.
Like, what else could he do? Like, he was left with virtually nothing. If he had to take that man with him, they die. They're
both dead.
They die as soon as they pull up on the line.
Both dead.
Verone would have knew from the start this dude's a cop. Who the fuck is this guy?
What clothes is he wearing, man? Do he has his badge on?
He's wearing like blue jeans and a polo
Yeah.
in Miami.
Classic 03 fashion.
And then Verone, do you guys think he'll ever come back? Because at the end, he said, "I'll see you guys soon."
That's a good question.
He's out of there.
Yeah. I feel like it's probably more so due to the fact that they haven't been even near Miami.
Right.
Yeah. They ain't going back to Miami. They got all of LA.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm sure he's seeing what they've done on the news like literally for 8 years now. He's like, man, those guys are some good criminals.
You could use their help. I liked at the end when Verone was like, "I'll be seeing you real soon," and
You
Roman,
think he's gonna get out?
yeah, Roman is like, "Yeah, you're not getting out," and then Brian's like, "Well, he might get out."
Nah, you for real? You think he gonna get out?
He might get out. Don't worry about it. And then what the fuck? What the fuck happened to Suki?
Suki could have been in a lot more films, I think.
Tej got tired of her. She never let him fix her front end. She was around all the time, but we never seen her car again.
Maybe her art career took off. She's a pretty good sketch artist, I gotta say.
Yeah.
That is true.
Maybe she started designing all the cars that we never seen after Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah.
Did you notice a lot of the cars after that was kind of basic? And that one we seen a lot more designs.
Yeah. I think like it kind of chalks up to like the time, like back in the early 2000s. Like I was talking to my girlfriend with this, like, like back in those days, like I remember from my parents, they were like big into the fucking sound systems in their cars. Like my mom had just these massive subs in the back of her Mustang. I would always be blowing my fucking ears out. I was able to use those subs for my first car too. I love that.
Nice.
And anyways, just in general, like, if you guys remember going into Walmart, and all the way in the back, they would have all of the radios, and you could press the button and listen to shit.
Yeah,
and it was just the hot thing, I guess. And then
I did that often.
Yeah, and so we progress, to the time of what, Fast and Furious, 4, and then Fast 5. It's already like nearly modern times, and all that shit's passed. So I think it just kind of chalked up to the time.
Kind of sad. Honestly. Miss those days.
Yeah, I liked all the creativity that they had with the cars.
Yeah. So Suki gets the Leon treatment, and just we never see her again.
They ran off together.
She was never welcome back. Tej
doesn't Tej have a girl
picked
now?
up. He picked up all that he could from her. Yeah, he got the chick that everybody wanted. What was her name?
I forget.
Like Pie in the Sky.
The British girl. Yeah.
Oh,
I can't think of her name right now.
She was in Game of Thrones, actually. She was in it. But yeah, he got her. Much to Roman's chagrin.
Yeah, which didn't matter because in every movie it starts off with Rome around a bunch of women. Like, oh, it's a great loss. He has 8 more around him at the start of the next movie.
And then fun facts to round out the episode, guys. The only movie not to feature Dom in some way. I don't think it really mattered, honestly.
No.
Good movie.
No, not at all.
Anyway, yeah.
It was needed to make Dom come back more impactful.
Yeah, because I think the cameo in Tokyo Drift, not seeing him since the first movie, I think it made it that much better, the cameo. So, yeah.
Yeah. Just reinstated that he's still going to be here.
Totally. And I think that's why Fast 4 was kind of there's a lot of reasons it sucked, but I think that's why. It's because Dom and Brian are back together for the first time since the first movie, and the movie sucks.
Yeah. Fighting again and all over. Man, I hated it.
Doesn't matter. They save him from going to prison in the end, baby.
Oh God, that movie. Speaking of Dom, Vin Diesel was offered $25 million to return as Dom, but he refused after reading the screenplay because he felt that its potential was inferior compared to the first movie. Then took a big L, chose to appear in the Chronicles of Riddick instead.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some could argue this was better than the first, honestly.
You could.
That's an L. That's a big L.
I think it is. Like, don't get me wrong, the first one was very good, but the first one didn't have me in tune the way that this one did.
No, this one's way more fun than the first one.
Yeah.
And that's not to say the first one wasn't fun. It's just this one's way more fun.
It was next level. This was one of the times the sequels topped the original, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree with it, definitely. But the Chronicles of Riddick, guys, in case you're wondering, was not a success. Pretty big bomb at the box office. Didn't really compare to Too Fast, Too Furious.
No wonder he returned.
Wait, you guys doing a third one, a fourth one?
Yeah, he had to apologize.
This script looks good. Yeah, that's it.
I bet he apologized for being in the fourth one. He should have. Dang, I should have been in Too Fast. What is this?
Tunnels and shit. What?
Never dark to nobody.
This one threw me for a loop, guys. Ja Rule was originally cast as Tej.
It would have never worked.
How? His name was whatever it was in the Edwin. Yeah.
It would have never worked.
Here's John Singleton on Ja Rule. Ja got too big for himself. He turned it down. He turned down $500,000. He was acting like he was too big to be in the sequel. He wouldn't return calls. Ja!
Dude.
Amazing.
No, he's not
Return
even
John
getting
Singleton's
cheers.
phone calls. What are you doing?
This goes to prove 50 Cent's statement that Ja Rule's an idiot.
Man, I'm
Man,
so
he
glad.
You're not going to return John Singleton's phone calls. What the hell are you doing, John?
I'm just glad they got Luda. I'm just glad they got Luda, dude.
Oh yeah,
They
Changed.
totally.
Put my man's Luda in a whole new light. Now he didn't have to make music ever again.
No, he stopped.
Never again, dude. Just big L, another L for Ja Rule, and it wasn't even in the movie. He took a huge L last movie, and now he takes one here.
And in his career.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is he doing now?
Nothing.
Messing up Fire Fest.
Not getting cheers at Bucks or games.
Not being able to sell out a show with his old songs.
Getting booed at Bucks games, I'm sure.
The same songs he got with J-Lo. People sing for her. They sing for Shanti. Then he perform it and nothing. Nobody knows the words. Like you can at least call your family to show up to a performance.
Baby. Not always there when you go.
What would I be without you?
Go!
It's murder.
This movie is 6th highest grossing in the series. Ahead.
That's because of when it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it totally is. It totally is. Ahead of only Tokyo Drift in the first movie. Verone's house in the movie used to be owned by Sylvester Stallone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I could see it. It was a nice ass house.
It looked like Scarface money.
Yeah.
It did. And speaking of Miami, John Singleton wanted Alonzo Mourning to play one of Roman's cousins.
I'm glad that didn't happen.
Damn, Roman, you have a tall fucking cousin.
Well, it could have worked. They both bald.
Yeah, it could have. Yeah, I guess it could have worked. Yeah.
Like, hey, cuz, when your hair start falling out.
Alonzo Mourning, Miami icon, almost gets a role in this movie. It's the first time that a Fast and Furious and X-Men movie were released in the same year. It happened 4 more times after this.
Wow.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of cool. 50 Cent considered for Roman Pierce.
Wow.
Him and Ja Rule would have never been on set together.
Yeah. That would have been
Furious
brutal.
would have been turned to Bloody Mary so fast.
Isn't 50 Cent in the new movie, F9? Isn't he supposed to be or something?
I don't know.
I don't know. You know what I did so I wouldn't know anything about this one? I haven't watched a single trailer just because I knew they going to space.
Hey, JD. Hey, JD.
Yeah.
JD, guess who's coming back?
I know.
Guess who's coming back?
I know. It's for somehow Han.
Oh, besides Han.
Oh,
So
Come on. Come on.
Is it Giselle?
No, it's Sean Boswell.
Oh my
It's
god.
Sean Boswell. He's making a return.
What is he gonna do?
Dude, I don't know, but I gotta guess it's something to do with Han. There's
He
no
saved
other way.
Han. He saved Han. Somehow he drove a super fast car, snatched up Han, threw him in the car right before it blew up in front of our eyes.
You know, I think before this all was released, I think there were already theories that Han lived.
I think there was too. But how are they going to explain Sean Boswell is 15 years older than the last time?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question.
He's a grown man now.
Oh, shit. Talking about that one next week, Tokyo Drift. This is the last Furious movie to be released on VHS. Top Gun was cited as a major influence by John Singleton. I can kind of see it, honestly. I can kind of see the inspirations here. And this one, the last fun fact we have here, the first draft of the movie had Markham working with Verone the whole time.
Okay. That might have been an interesting twist.
I would have liked it.
Yeah.
I would have liked it. It would have been a nice twist. I can kind of see it because Markham has no idea what's going on half the time, so it would make sense. He's acting dumb to work with Verone. Yeah.
It's not an act.
At the end of the day.
He would have blown the cover. He would have been trailing Verone. They would have caught him leaving Verone house. Oh yeah, I was giving him a warrant paper.
I was just seeing how he's doing, nothing much. Guys, time to plug. This was a great episode, but Devin, you got some draft prep coming on top?
Yeah, we got some draft prep coming up soon. Hopefully this month. We don't have much going on since it's the off season.
Yeah.
But, we are prepping for the draft. Eventually going to have a first round mock. So that's the plan.
Plug the Campus Citizen for us.
Oh, the Campus Citizen. Yeah, we got some. For all you listeners, IPUI Campus Citizen. We got some good stuff coming out.
Good content.
Good content coming out this semester. There's a lot of new people on board, and we recently just had a feature come out. It was very high hit on IPUI women's basketball. So if you're interested in that, go check it out.
Great team. JD, you got the plug, facts and stats.
Oh man, my favorite episode just came out, man. Just released it. Did it with my 8th grade teacher turned high school principal. Just check it out. You will see a whole new side here, a bunch of things about me you never would have imagined.
I'm gonna listen tomorrow. I can't wait to listen to it. And Battleground next week, JD. We got an NBA awards debate coming.
Can't wait. Oh man, I already know what I'm gonna say. Gonna make somebody upset anyway. So I can't wait. I cannot wait.
You're gonna go at Alex relentlessly. I think we can book that.
Yes, for some reason, I just been having this thing where I want to attack AB.
Miles Turner, Defensive Player of the Year.
Hey,
no.
He deserves it.
No.
Yes.
We'll talk about this on the Battleground. I'm not doing it here.
I just wanted to spark up JD.
I'm not doing it here.
Well, JD is a Sixers fan. He's a Heat fan. He's a Clippers fan. He's a Bulls fan.
Don't do that.
He's an AB.
Don't do that.
He's an AB.
I'll never be a fan of any team the Bulls ever rival. First,
AB's Jazz are really pretty good.
They just lost tonight, no T, to the Sixers.
Yeah. And B gave them that work, 40-19. Take that, Gobert.
Oh, Gobert got 40 dropped on his head. Wow.
Yeah, the defensive player of the year the last 2 years. Oh, wow. So enticing. Yeah.
Well, guys, we got that coming, and we got all kinds of stuff coming for you on the network. And next week, Tokyo Drift with JD and Bryce. Then the week after that, Fast 4.
Oh, God. Just put a revolver to my head, dude. Stop reminding me about that.
Well, I'm sorry. It's mostly going to be shitting and laughing,
Quarter mile at a time, Devin. Quarter mile at a time.
Oh, no. I might have to take that one a little bit faster. Might have to go half mile at a time.
And guys, another great episode. And as always, thanks for listening.